have methanol in between the cells. There's actually two cells here.
I think it's well established that there are some major problems with the use of fossil fuels. One, they are going to run out eventually, but two, very topical at the moment, is that they produce greenhouse gases, CO2, which I think most people believe contributes to global warming.
And they meet up with your oxygen ion.
We've got 3 research groups from the University of Bath who are involved in this, all from the Department of Chemistry. And what we're doing is we're looking at short-term, medium-term and long-term solutions, if you like, to the problem that we have with fossil fuels.
In the short term, we have biodiesel, which is being used today. In the medium term, we've got fuel cells. And in the long term, we have solar energy. Used as an engine cleaner. What we're doing, especially in terms of the biodiesel, is developing new catalysts for the reaction, which represents a significant improvement on what's currently being used. So we'll bring the cost down and make it more accessible to everybody.
And ultimately, we want to be able to convert used chip fat and any old vegetable oil into biodiesel. If you take a fuel cell, the only byproduct you get from that is water. And you produce electricity and water from hydrogen and oxygen.
Fuel cells are a nice kind of cheap, inexpensive and hopefully very clean way of producing energy. I'm a chemist who doesn't wear a white lab coat. I'm using very advanced computer modelling techniques to try and understand how these new materials work on the atomic and nano scale.
The group who are doing the solar energy are looking at a new type of solar cell, or a more recent type of solar cell. Everybody's heard of silicon solar cells, but they're looking at things that are more like a photosynthesis mimic, where what you're doing is you're absorbing sunlight into an organic dye, or an organometallic dye, and pumping electrons uphill and then letting them flow back downhill again. And that's really very like photosynthesis, and ideally you would like to be able to do that to produce electricity in a very efficient way.
Participation in events like this really helps us to understand what the public are concerned about and what areas of science they would like to know more about, or what they really do know a lot about already.